Self-destruction will never be. Oh no, not unto a wise man who will see. Yet the fool thinks he knows it all. Here comes later, he stumbles and falls. He goes down for a reason. That is giving him a beating to the foundation. He will have to go down to the foundation. Just him down to the foundation. He'll have to go down to the foundation.
What's good, the wise one? Yeah, back again, brother. What's good, Cash? Well, we'll get right into it, y'all. Dealing with the snow? Yeah. Yeah. I think the rain for we might get a little rain today. I don't know if y'all saw the clouds in the horizon. Yeah. So, man, this is getting crazy. The Kabuki Theater in the Capitol. It's getting crazy, y'all. It's getting crazy. Now, let me tell y'all what Nancy Pelosi, fool ass, said the other day. I think it was Friday or something like that. She said, now these aren't the exact words, I'm paraphrasing. She said, even, what's up, Concealed? Nancy Pelosi said, even if the Capitol were to crumble, okay? Even if the Capitol were to crumble, or if we were to collapse, if we were to have some type of collapse, we would continue to give aid. But then she had to correct herself because she screwed up when she said give aid. She said continue to have cooperation with Israel. So basically she's saying, even if our house is burning down, we're still going to give our household goods to Israel. Whatever we have left of that, we still gonna give shit to Israel. That's what she said. Now, she screwed up when she said, I don't think she meant to say give aid. If y'all don't know what giving aid means, that means money, materials, food, equipment, weapons to their military, whatever they need. We're still going to give aid to them, even if we have a financial collapse right here in America. In effect, what she has done by saying that is bent our knee to Israel. We are now, she has sworn fealty to the Israeli empire, okay? That's what happened. I want to remind y'all who the war on terrorism started with. Netanyahu was talking that war on terrorism bullshit back in the day, before Bush even said anything about it. I'm gonna tell y'all how powerful Israel has been over the last few decades. Okay? And it's going to tie into the Jews right here in America. I'm not afraid to say Jew and what they got going on. I'm spitting that real shit. Everybody's afraid of Jews and say Jew, this, Jew, that. You know what? I'm not operating in fear. It is what it is. We know Jews own a whole lot of shit here in America. They own the music industry. They own the movie industry. They own all that. They own the Federal Reserve, okay? 90% of the leaders of the Treasury were Jewish. Okay? The head of the Federal Reserve is Jewish. Jews run this country. Let's not get that twisted. So now what you have is Pelosi, who's this? Okay, I think she's the majority leader of the House. I think. Yeah, she's the majority of Congress. Just effectively giving up the ass to Israel in public. Now the whole world knows that we Israel bitch. Yeah, China owns part of America, but in terms of land, okay? So China wants the land and the resources. Israel wants the power that comes behind the American superpower, okay? We prop them up as a superpower, okay? So they need us to continue to prop them up with our military, with our equipment, with our state-of-the-art weaponry that we give to them to terrorize the Middle East. That's what they're doing. The real terrorists in the Middle East are Israelis. Real shit. It is what it is, okay? I'm just pointing it out to everybody. And it is what it, like, you know, after Nuremberg trials, they took over America. Yeah. And you know what? Back in 1913, Congress signed into effect the Federal Reserve, which ain't even federal. It's a private bank. Okay, the Federal Reserve, owned by Rockefellers, owned by the Rothschilds, is a private organization, ain't none federal about it. So now they control the currency, they control the credit in the United States, they control the interest. When you see interest rates go up and down, they control that. Okay, so now what they have done, what's next? Okay, so we basically just said, even if we're drowning, we're going to give Israel our life vest. No, we're not going to take the life vest for ourselves. We're going to give it to you, Israel. And you know what happened? People cheered in the audience. I'm telling you, this world is filled with idiots, okay? They just cheered Nancy Pelosi bending our knee to Israel openly, okay? That we were already their loyal subjects. They're loyal subjects. Now they just showed us there's a lot more to it than that. They showed everybody. Now we can't hide it anymore. We can't hide it no more, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all something about some Jews. Most Hasidic Jews don't agree with what's going on in Israel, especially how they're treating the Palestinians. Imagine, okay? Israel don't want black people in their country. They don't want the Ethiopians in their country. They don't want the Palestinians in their country. They don't want the Nigerian freaking refugees that they create in their country. They effectively set up to where the Libyans, are now buying and selling and utilizing slaves, okay? Nigerian slaves. Actively right now. Slavery is occurring with black people in Libya because my guy Gaddafi was murdered. If you don't think Israel has something to do with that, come on, y'all. So if we know Israel, we know Netanyahu, we know all his little people in his party are nationalists, and they don't like people that aren't them all up in their country using their shit. Once they gain a further hand in the United States, what you think is gonna happen? America keep. Yeah. So I want to read y'all comments, but I want to wait till I stop the car. So let me tell you what's gonna happen. Okay. I don't know. China owns the U.S. Israel owns a lot of the U.S. You know, Russia is pushing up on Europe. You know what I'm saying? China is pushing up on Jamaica and certain Caribbean countries. Israel, and now you got the whole thing in Venezuela. We got a whole powder cake. World War III is already started. First of all, World War III is already started. Okay, World War III started with the vaccinations. Okay, and then and then now it's going to continue. Well, it continued with the wireless technology. Okay, and now it's going to continue because with the 5G, because that's going to be the ultimate weapon. Okay, sickness is going to go on a rise when that 5G come out. I already broke down how 5G works and how it affects children. Okay, so 5G, guess who created 5G? I told you guys this plenty of times. Qualcomm, right? Qualcomm is out of Israel. The Israelis use millimeter wave technology for crowd control. So what we have now, what's going on, is that Israel is not even going to roll out 5G in their own country, even though they created it. The world will not be televised, except for the ones they want us to see. See, the problem with us, right, that they have with us is we have the right to keep and bear arms. Okay, and then they haven't conditioned the soldiers to attack their own people, okay, indiscriminately. So now what they would expect, this is what they would expect and slaughter a bunch of people. And also those drone pilots, they would expect the drone pilots to bomb their own hometown. So they know, okay, we can't turn the military against their own people. Okay, we can't nuke our own country. So what we have to do, we have to introduce all these silent weapons. Okay, and they're doing so effectively. And the last stage of that is the 5G. Then you're gonna have Disease X coming through. Disease X is coming. Okay, I don't mean to be a fearmonger. Okay, because I have a solution for that. You want to protect yourself against Disease X. Limit the amount of wireless that you expose yourself to. Protect yourself. Eat those apricot seeds that I told y'all about with the nitrilicide that defeats cancers. Take that carbonyl iron to keep that to keep your blood-brain barrier from having all kind of heavy metals passing through it, because that's what the millimeter waves do. That's what radio frequencies do anyway. Millimeter or micrometer. They open the blood-brain barrier so that these heavy metals can get inside your brain, and tear you up. So you must you have to close your blood-brain barrier by limiting the exposure to wireless. At night, if you have Wi-Fi on your phone and the data, turn the data and the Wi-Fi off of your phone when you go to sleep, if you need to use your phone for an alarm. Or just buy an alarm. Buy an old school alarm clock. Get some incandescent bulbs, because LEDs are not good at night. Okay? And if you're forced to be subjected to LED lighting, get some blue blocking glasses. Okay? If you wear sunglasses like me, I got blue blocking lenses, so that when I'm in the front of the computer or watching TV, that blue light gets blocked. There are all kinds of, I'm offering solutions. There are a lot of people out there that are not doing this. They're just saying, oh, we're going to die tomorrow. Oh, the world going to explode in 2 minutes. And they don't offer any solutions. They just tell you that God's coming and it'll be okay. But that's what they want you to think. Okay? Now, you must take these steps. Because what this also does, what this 5G technology does, is creates the Internet of Things. This ties directly to Israel, okay? Because Israel created 5G in the first place. They created that millimeter wave technology. I am going to present a document to you guys at some point showing a study that was done back in the 70s by the CIA that shows the effects of millimeter wave technology that they're trying to roll out, okay? Now they're using millimeter wave technology when you go through the airport and you go through those scanners. That's millimeter wave radiation. So now you must take the steps. Okay, what this 5G is going to do is create the Internet of Things. It's going to connect the Internet of Things. Your car, your toaster, your phone, your vibrator, your wireless bra, your freaking jock strap, your freaking everything that has a computer chip in it. That's going to be coming out. You know, your Alexa, your Echo Dot, your Siri, all that is going to be connected to the Internet of Things. Okay? All that. That's the whole goal. That's Agenda 21. Okay? Now, there's a lot of other things that tie into Agenda 21, like the rail system. Okay? All the bullet trains they want to put in and all the cars they want to get off the streets. See, let me tell y'all what. Ooh! Y'all got to recognize, man. You know what? You know what's going on with Tesla right now? I know I'm all over the place, but I don't rehearse my goddamn lives, and I don't have notes in front of me, so I just say shit as it comes to me. But don't worry, it's still about Israel. What's going on with Tesla right now? The Tesla cars. What they doing? What they doing? Somebody explain to me what's happening with those Tesla cars. They're exploding, right? They're exploding. They're taking control from drivers and they're crashing into shit. All right? They're doing all kind of shit. They're driving the people off the road. These Tesla cars are demonstrating that they're not safe. So what's going to happen? When they get these bullet trains going and they don't want you to be able to travel from state to state without ID and without getting on these bullet trains, what's going to happen? How are they going to justify that? Oh, well, you know, we had a huge rash of exploding Teslas. So it's proven that these electric cars are unsafe for people, and it's unsafe on the road. So we can't use them. Okay? So they're going to ban electric cars. They're going to ban gasoline vehicles because of the CO2 emissions that are that's getting rid of all the oxygen. Okay, y'all know how I feel about the CO2 lie. So what you have right now is every time you turn around, you got a Tesla blowing up. You got a Tesla crashing. You got a Tesla doing this, doing that, having a mind of its own, turning the goddamn bumblebee and fighting Decepticons. That's what the freaking Teslas are doing, right? So they're gonna knock that out the box. Oh no, we can't have these all electric vehicles. We can't have gasoline vehicles. The only way y'all gonna be able to travel is in the bullet trains. If you want to go see your grandma in another state, you better get that ID 2020 cracking. Okay, you better get your ID. You can't take no gun with you on the train, so you gotta leave your shit back at the house if they still allow you to keep them. See, y'all see what's happening? You're not gonna be able to take your weapons on these trains. You're gonna have to go through checkpoints to go from state to state. Now they telling you can't take produce from one state to another. Since when that happened? Since when? Okay, this is the justification for having these checkpoints at these state lines. Okay, y'all pay attention. Pay attention. All these things are coalescing to Agenda 21. Everything. Okay? So now you're going to be subjected to these bullet trains with no form of self-defense. No, you don't, none of that. Because guess what? They're going to have millimeter wave scanners on these trains. Make sure you ain't bring it. Don't think it's not going to happen. Because the whole thing is going to be, oh, well, we don't want bombers to bring bombs on the train, so we got to be able to scan everybody that's coming up in here. Y'all paying attention? You'll only be able to travel by train and by plane if we allow them to pull this shit off. Never mind that these electric vehicles have such a huge magnetic field in their batteries and in their motors that it's crazy. Do y'all see where I'm getting at? But who's not going to have this 5G? Who's not going to have the Internet of Things in their country? Look up Agenda 2030, and it'll show a timeline of when they want the 5G rolled out in certain countries. Look at Israel. You don't even see a date. You don't see a date on there, do you? Check out, look, y'all look this up. Maybe I'll get on this on my next hangout. Maybe I'll touch on Agenda 2030 and all the things in the agenda. Not only that, before you can get on that bullet train, you're going to have to show inoculation cards, immunization cards. You better be up to date on your immunizations, because now everybody has to travel by public transportation, and they got to be all up under each other. And so we don't want no breakouts to happen, right? We don't want an outbreak. So you better have your immunization cards up on you. Your kid can't get on the train. You can't get on the train. Well, if you look up Qualcomm, all right, Qualcomm is Israeli, right? Israeli-owned company. And they developed the millimeter wave technology in Israel, okay? And they use it for crowd control. And they have videos where they demonstrate how it works. So now, and why do you think they're burning people out of these rural areas? Why do you think they're unleashing beetles on trees and blaming it on chemtrails alone? Okay? Because they want you to think that we have an imminent disaster that's going to wipe out all life on Earth, the entire biosphere, in 6 years. Y'all pay attention. Okay? So what we going to do? We're going to give up many of our freedoms to fall behind this bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm putting a lot out there right now, y'all. I'm putting a lot out there that they don't want y'all to hear. Oh well, I don't operate in fear. You know what I'm saying? I'm covered by the universe. Whoever runs the universe, whoever the universe is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't care. You know? But let me continue. You're gonna give up many freedoms. Yeah, Beatles in Colorado. I looked that up because there was this guy who was coming at as a matter of fact, I got to do a video on behalf of the Fullerton Informer because some guy came at him crazy. Anyway, y'all see, I'll do that video in a couple days. But all this stuff is congealing and coalescing to the Agenda 21, Agenda 2030 agenda, where everything is going to be under the Internet of Things, your house, your apartment. Why do you think? I just found out they're building 25 new high-rises downtown LA, all residential apartments. They want to move people into these high-rises. Okay, affordable housing. And did I tell y'all? Beatles, not the Beatles singers. The Beatles singers did not go to Colorado and play music and kill the trees. No. I lost my train of thought. But y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. We're gonna give up a lot of freedoms, but not over my dead body, or over my dead body and not over my dead body. You see what I'm saying? And you know, people, we're surrounded by idiots. Okay, I have a guy I grew up with. He's all into technology, and I don't know if I told y'all, but we was talking about. He had no idea that there was a link between wireless technology and cancer, because he told me that some chick died of cancer at age 20 something, but she was she made robots. Okay. She made robots. Y'all hear that? So she's in a lab all day where wireless shit going on all around her, building robots. And she dies in her early 20s And he doesn't understand how she could have gotten that cancer, that brain cancer, from the wireless technology that she's using to build this robotics and be on the phone. She's probably on the phone all day, or I don't know what she's doing. But I know that if you're in that shit, you are surrounded by wireless radiation. If you work in a lab like that, a technology lab, you are surrounded by wireless technology. If you're a surgeon and you're in a surgical OR has wireless shit going all over the place. And there's I don't know if y'all are aware, Derek might be, but if you work in a hospital and there's an OR, it's surrounded by a copper grid. That building, that room is surrounded by copper, okay, for grounding, okay, because there's a lot of gases and things going in through in there, and they have a lot of wireless technology in there. So you have these copper grids, like copper mesh in the walls. I know because I've installed it in the hospital before. Okay, you have copper mesh for grounding because, like I said, there's a lot of gas going in and out of there that could explode. So you want to ground everything, right? So you have that, and then you have the wireless, all the wireless technology in that OR, all right, speaking to each other wirelessly. Then you have Wi-Fi up in there. You got Wi-Fi repeaters in there. And it's being amplified in that copper mesh. And a lot of these surgeons are dying of cancer. But he doesn't see a link to that. But he's a genius because he scored like 120 in the fucking IQ test. I swear, you know. But you can't tell people like that nothing. Okay? Can't tell them nothing. So anyway, I just want to let y'all know that a government official, yeah, Bluetooth is bad. It's not as bad as a cell phone radiation. But it's still bad. All wireless is bad. All wireless is bad. It's just degrees. Interfere with. Yeah. See, I can't see the whole message for some reason. Okay. This man made the bed interfere with wireless tech. A Faraday bed. Probably spelled Faraday wrong. No, that's dope. Oh, and then if you have a mattress, don't get a mattress with coils in it, okay? That's an antenna farm. Yeah, don't put your devices in your lap. That's your bed with the springs in it, antenna farm. All right, so you have your cell phone, and you might have your wireless router under your bed or something like that, right? You don't want that. Move that somewhere else. If you have to have Wi-Fi, you know, you want to keep it away in the corner or something like that, because by the time it gets to your phone or whatever, you want the signal to be minimal. But get a foam mattress, a dense foam mattress. That's what me and my wife have, and my children. We all have. It's expensive, but it's better. You know, because you have the Wi-Fi there, and it's amplifying that radiation through those coils, and it's going into your body. All right, so get rid of that. Get a foam mattress bed, memory foam or whatever. Okay. Anyway, I'm at the house. I've been going all day because of stupid time-saving bullshit. Time moved ahead an hour, and I got up late. Oh, it's just annoying. And it's people everywhere. People are just in the streets, just doing too much. Every store I went to was just packed. Couldn't find no parking for 20 minutes. It's crazy. That's why I got a full memory with, yeah. Yeah, you do not want coil beds. Sorry, concealed. Just keep the wireless away from you. Like I said, turn off your devices. Put it in the airplane mode. As a matter of fact, don't trust that. Turn off the data. Turn off the Wi-Fi. Okay? Turn all that off at night. If you need an alarm clock, turn that off. That way you're not getting hit with wireless radiation at night. Okay? Get some blue blocking lenses for your glasses. If you have to look at the computer at night or watch TV at night or see LEDs at night, get that those blue blocking lenses. But don't get ultraviolet lenses, okay? Don't get UV protection because you need that sunlight. In the daytime, you get the full spectrum of light. which is what your eyes need, okay, to function better, okay? And your skin needs that precious vitamin D. So, get the blue blocking glasses for night. And when I get out, I need my glasses to see while I'm driving, right? But when I get outside and I'm outside, I take these things off, put them right here, and I'm getting the much needed sunlight in my eyes, okay? There's things you have to do. See, now I can't even reach it. Yes, it is bad because we're not getting the precious vitamin D reaction, okay? The precious process that creates, and it's an enzymic process. That's basically what vitamin D is. It's an enzymic process that your body does when sunlight hits it. It's not a vitamin, all right? Anyway, get that iodine so that the thyroid soaks up the iodine and not the bromine and not the fluoride, okay? Because your thyroid does not know the difference between iodine, bromine, fluoride. Okay, so you want to get that iodine drops. I take them every morning. You want to get the thyroid full of iodine. Okay, now your thyroid will fill up. You can't put no more in it than it needs, so the rest will go through your system. But y'all get what I'm saying. All right, protect yourself. Anyway, so that'll also help with the radiation. Okay, because the radiation, your thyroid will soak up that radiation if you don't have iodine in there instead. Okay, so you get that iodine in you, that radiation will not affect you as badly. And then you want to ground. Okay, you want to ground. Now I got me some grounding moccasins. Okay, the Indian shoes, the Native American shoes. I got some iodine. I got some grounding moccasins. So when I take my kids to the park, I throw those on, and I leave my leather soles in the car. You can do it barefoot too, but I'd be nervous about stepping on boo-boo and stuff. So I don't want to step on crap, and so that's one thing that you can do to transition to being barefoot. You wear those grounding shoes, okay? Wear some grounding shoes so that you can ground. You can get those electrons going through you nice and freely. And iodine also helps with that. Iodine helps with free electron flow through your body. We are electric beings, okay? And we're insulating ourselves from the earth. And that's why we're so fatigued and pent up and angry and sick. We need those free electron flows through our body, all right? Anyway, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow or something like that. Yeah, we've been to need Israel. We are now bannermen. The United States is a bannerman for Israel now. So it is what it is. That's how it's gonna be until we change it. All right. Much love to y'all. Oh, and I declare no fealty, or I am not a subject to Israel. I'm not part of that. All right.